Everton 0, Liverpool 0. The Merseyside derby ends scoreless, and our way for the Premier League title has been extended a little bit, but there are some permutations, ladies and gentlemen, to how this might pan out. So, tomorrow night, if Burnley were to take points off Manchester City, whether that be a draw or a defeat for Manchester City, we could, of course, then go and win the league on Wednesday night against Crystal Palace. Also, if we beat Crystal Palace on Wednesday, Manchester City win tomorrow, there's a chance that Chelsea could gift us the Premier League title. I say gift us, that's really unfair on us. Chelsea could help us secure the Premier League title if they beat Manchester City on, I think, Thursday, if my memory's correct on that one. But look, how the hell are we, ladies and gentlemen? I know a lot of people are going to be disappointed with the way that game went today, but it was our first game back from 106 days away or something like that, and it wasn't a great game. There's no denying that. It wasn't great. I thought there were some bright sparks in it in the first half. I thought Naby Keita was imperious. I thought he was absolutely fantastic. Good to see Takumi Minamino get some minutes as well. Obviously a few injury concerns for Joel Matip and James Milner, which I'm sure we'll touch on as well. Again, thank you everybody for being with us. I'm going to just lower down my microphone level just a smidgen. I think I'm a tiny bit high. But look, again, do keep your thoughts coming, ladies and gentlemen. Super chats are open, super stickers are open, memberships open. We are just live on YouTube, so again, give us all your comments. Sam said, hey Craig, how are you feeling? It's a tough one, mate, because it's a bit anticlimactic, isn't it? We've been waiting so long for the Reds to be back in action, but I am understanding of why a performance like that came about. I mean, Everton sat back and soaked up as much as they could, but also they had the best chance of the game. There's no denying that. It took a very good save from Alisson and a really good tackle by Joe Gomez to touch that ball onto the post. So the best chance of the game went to Everton. That being said, we were the better side in the game overall, but all that matters at the end of the day is the scoreboard, and it was 0-0. It's not the end of the world. It's not the glorious start to the Premier League again that we'd hoped for, but it is what it is. Where was Richarlison? Nowhere, mate, as he was always going to be. No, I'm sorry, I lied. He was on the floor. That's where he spent most of that game as far as I'm concerned. A lot of people say that the people are fuming. I don't get the fume. Shit happens. We've no divine right to go out there and win every game of football. You've got to earn it. And I'm seeing Jurgen Klopp being interviewed right now in his post-match interview, and I'm sure that he's going to be a lot better at describing it than I am, because he'll know the intricacies of what he was trying to do. It was disappointing not seeing Mohamed Salah get on the pitch. I'm not going to lie about that one. If he's not fit enough to start the game, why is he even on the bench? I mean, if you don't bring him on, I don't know. And I know that some injury may have wanted to bring him on right at the end, but we had Joel Matip pick up an injury, and we had to bring on Dejan Lovren, who almost went full on Dejan Lovren, by the way, because, yeah, his couple of fuck-ups almost led to an opportunity. Joanne, thank you very much for the super sticker, mate. Really appreciate it. Gary said, Minamino and Origi were awful. Minamino wasn't awful, mate. Oh, that's a bit harsh. Origi was pretty invisible. I will say that when he came on, he didn't do too much. He didn't impact the game in a positive way. I think it's a really harsh on Takumi Minamino. I think some people just have the knives out for Takumi already, like they did for Naby Keita. And I'm going to remind you guys, give him time. He's only just at the club. Keegan Murphy said it's not the end of the world. John Hamilton said, keep in mind the task was playing wide right, and his preferred position is wide left, coming inside or through the middle. Thank you for that, John. The voice of reason, as always, sir. Callum said, what's Klopp's excuse to win the game? Callum, you can go fuck yourself, pal. I don't give a shit how long you've been here. You're gone, mate. We don't want dickheads like you in our chat. Support the teammate or fuck off. It's as simple as that. We're after drawn in the Merseyside derby away to Everton, and the way you're going on, you'd swear we just lost 10-0. Piss off, mate. There's no room for people like you in our community. Right, lads, we can't always win. It's inevitable that we lose and draw sometimes, said the Young Irish. I absolutely echo those sentiments. It is disappointing. We'd all hoped we'd come in and absolutely destroy Everton and march towards Wednesday where we could lift the Premier League title. But if it all goes to plan, we're set up for one hell of a game at the Etihad. One hell of a game. I mean, if they keep picking up points, we win on Wednesday to win it at the Etihad. How poetic would that be if we can go and do that? So look, it's not all doom and gloom. There's still lots to play for this season. We still have that point total within our reach, and we still have lost one game and drawn 2 games out of 30. So come on, be fair. It's been a pretty good season so far, and a performance like this, I won't say it was inevitable, but it wasn't out of the realms of possibility, having been away for such a long time like that. What have we got? Origi was average, but I thought Takumi had the passion, said Keegan Murphy. Coleman deserves man of the match at Andrew Childerhouse. He put in a good performance. Myself and Connor were actually talking about that. I'm never going to give an Everton player man of the match now, but he did put in a good performance. Jimmy Duggan said another point closer to the trophy. Thank you, Jimmy. Again, it is right. Owen said Dejan Lovren is tragic. I'm not even going to hide it anymore. I genuinely hope he goes in the summer. I genuinely do, because every time he comes onto the pitch, he makes me fucking nervous. Elijah John said, at least the Bitters haven't beaten us since 2010. Yeah, it's been a while, mate, hasn't it? It's been a while. Wednesday win against Palace, but City drop points against Chelsea, said Param. They're playing tomorrow night as well, by the way, Manchester City against Burnley. A game that we will, of course, be covering on the channel, both on YouTube and on Hot Mic. So, again, pick your poison, whichever one you want to watch us on. Daniel said, Salah should have played. It must have been fitness, Daniel. That's the only thing I can think of, mate, because if Salah's fit, he plays. It's as simple as that. Robbo wasn't even on the bench today, so again, maybe you guys have heard what the story was there. I didn't get to hear any of the interviews. VVD was brilliant, as was Allison, said Dara Azizi. Crystal Palace is going to be a hard game, said Jacob. Yeah, I mean, they put in a very good performance, and they're a very well-drilled side. I don't want to give Roy Hodgson any credit for anything, but it's not going to be easy. But look, it's the Premier League. Nothing is really easy in this league. It's a difficult league. What else we got? Scotty said, Craig, I don't get why Mo didn't come on, put Fabinho at the back and Chamberlain midfield. The only thing, Scotty, I can think of is that the plan was to bring him on for the last 10 or 15. But then when Joel Matip had that injury, we had to bring on Dejan Lovren, and that probably used up the 5th substitution. Should have at least brought Salah on. Again, I think that's probably the reason why. But I can't answer for Jurgen Klopp, so... Robbo's playing midweek, said Shawnee. Hopefully, buddy. Hopefully. Watching Lovren defend the last 10 minutes aged me 30 years, said Ian Cullinan. Thank you for that, Eno. Yeah, he makes me nervous. I love him as a person. I mean, he seems like a really nice dude, but he does and says some stupid shit from time to time. Credit where it's due. Coleman played well, said Bernadette Farrell. Yeah, he's a good player, Seamus Coleman. Obviously, I'm a bit biased because he's Irish. Put that the Irish and the Everton kind of makes me wrestle with my conscience. Can we just appreciate how good Hendo's been the last few years? Said Gary Murphy. Gary, mate, that's a belter of a comment, and I'm right with you on that one. I thought Jordan Henderson was all over the pitch as well today. Trent didn't have his best game. I want to say that because he's had so many great games, but today his delivery, his ball, his distribution, it just wasn't up to what we expect, and I've been spoiled with from Trent Alexander-Arnold. But again, this is their first competitive game back in 106 days or something like that, so yeah, you got to give these guys a break. I mean, the effort was there from start to finish. There was only one team really looked like they wanted to go and win that game, although Everton did have the best chance of the game, I won't deny that. Ethan said, over to you, Burnley. We'll have to wait and see, mate. I mean, I'm not holding my breath for Burnley to go to the Etihad tomorrow night and get anything, but, you know, stranger things have happened. Without Robbo, it was hard to cope, especially at left back, said Fernando Curran. Connor and I were speaking about that one, and we were saying, as good as Milner is, and as good as Gomez is, it isn't a natural wide left-footed player that can go around the outside and whip balls in. So yes, we were missing a little bit of something without Andy Robertson there, and sometimes it takes not having a couple of players in your team to realise what you're missing. So again, Mo will be fresh for midweek. Hopefully Robertson's back as well, and the games are going to come thick and fast. I mean, we've been without football for a long time, but they're going to come thick and fast now. Right, what else we got? Keep your comments coming, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to keep going for another 20 minutes or so. Super chats are open, super stickers are open. If you want to become a member of Anfield Agenda FC, then all you have to do is just click on that blue join button on the screen there now, and you get use of all the cool Anfield Agenda emojis. You also get access to our Discord group, and you get the Anfield Agenda logo beside your name. Your name will appear in green to me as well, which makes it easier for me to spot your comments. What have we got? Hi Craigie, give him a chance, bro. I don't know what that's about. Or 10, buddy. I'm not sure what that's in relation to. Bernadette said, that ref missed that Mane was impeded in the box a load of times. Excuses. Well, what do you want me to say, Okoro? What do you want me to say, mate? Do you want me to be a dickhead and come on here and belittle a team? Or do you want me to use common sense, which you seem to be void of, and come on here and say that they've been away for 106 days. This team don't need excuses, man. This team answer the critics time and time again. This team are the current club world champions. This team are absolutely walking in the Premier League. Why do we need to make excuses? We don't. But it's fair. because they've been away for 106 fucking days, mate. Some of you guys are just spoiled little bitches at times. I swear to God, we have no divine right to go out there and win every game. We've been spoiled with some of the results and performances from this group, and sometimes they just won't be at their imperious best, and we have to accept that. We could be supporting fucking Arsenal right now. Do you know what I mean? Arsenal, but we're not. We're supporting the Reds, who are the best team in the world, and they're not always going to be at their best. Show some fucking appreciation, and as Mope said the other day, show some humility. Craig, Chelsea won against Villa 2-1 before this match. I was watching that, Riley, yes. And they can do us a favour on Thursday if they can go and take something off City. They could actually, I won't say give us the title because that wouldn't be right. Everton were very negative, said Evan Rules. If we could have played all day and still not scored, said Domestic Butler. It felt like one of those games, didn't it? We didn't really create too much, in all fairness to Everton. Whether that be because we didn't have natural width on the left-hand side with Robbo not being there and everything was mainly going down that right-hand side between Hendo and Trent. I don't know. It just wasn't a great day at the office, but it is what it is. We didn't lose. We move on. It's another point in the bank. Young Irish said we weren't on the best form before the break, but we are Liverpool Football Club and we bounce back. Absolutely, pal. Absolutely. There isn't a football fan up and down the country or around the world who wouldn't swap places to be where Liverpool are right now. So just keep that in mind. I know it's disappointing. We want to batter Everton whenever we get the opportunity. It's always lovely. And look, me and Connor were thinking as well, 90 minute, we get that free kick and we're thinking, yeah, here we go. It's time now. We beat them at the last minute, but it wasn't to be, and we move on. Be nice to win the title at City, said Elijah John 5. It really would be, mate. It really would be. And thank you to everybody that subscribed to the channel there on the watch along, by the way. Really appreciate it. As you can see, we're on the way to 39 and 40k. If you want to become part of the family here on Anfield Agenda, please do hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up on the stream as well. But most importantly, please do keep your comments coming because this is your show. I want to know who you think was man of the match. I want to know what your thoughts on the performance were, what your critiques are. And I say critiques because I don't want anybody just slagging people off. Why are people frustrated, by the way? I mean, it's not like we lost the game. We've drawn 2 games all season and lost 1. Salah will be the difference next time, said Subir. Daniel, my pleasure, mate, no worries. Andrew said 23 points ahead. I'm still in tears after Mane ran off when everybody took a knee, said Travis. I didn't even notice that, mate. I took a knee. Do you know what I mean? Big old bald fat me took a knee at the start of the game. Craig, as a United fan, I think Liverpool needs to buy 2 or 3 decent players to keep up with being the best in England and Europe, said Cahill. Cahill, yeah, I hear where you're coming from. I would ideally have liked us to bring in another attacking player, mate, and possibly a left back, maybe a backup goalkeeper. And what I will say is don't underestimate the positive influence of continuity, because this team are just, the longer you're together, the better you are. But I also agree with what Cahill said. You don't want to go out there and freshen up, bring in a few new bodies, and we'll have to wait and see what the transfer window brings. Everton have DVDs and a documentary after that draw, said Evan Rules. Dara reckons VVD was man of the match. Watch us go and smash City 4-0 now, said Domestic Butler. I love it. More positivity. Keep it coming. The fact that we're disappointed with the draw and Everton fans to be celebrating shows the difference in mentality, said Liverpool 6 times. This is it. I knew there was some positivity in there somewhere, folks. Joe Hart is available. That would be a massive pass, mate. A big dirty pass. Joe Hart is dog shit. What have we got? Remember, rivals will strengthen, so Liverpool must strengthen too, said Leon Khan, who's a United fan. Not necessarily, mate. Rivals will strengthen, but I don't consider United a rival at this moment in time, Leon, because the gap between the levels of Manchester City and Liverpool to the chasing pack, it's quite substantial. So even if United go out and do some business, Chelsea, of course, are going to do some business. They still have a long ways to go to catch up with Liverpool and Manchester City, who are, let's be honest, streets ahead at this moment in time. And that's not me bragging, that's just the simple fact. Lovren is the man of the match, really. He really isn't, man. He really isn't. Clean sheets always good, said Doug. What happens if we win the next game and draw with City? I think we win the league then, do we? I haven't worked out that permutation yet. So, City are playing tomorrow. So, let's go through this one step at a time. City are playing Burnley tomorrow. If they beat Burnley, we can't win the title on Wednesday. If we win on Wednesday, then we've another chance to win the title when Chelsea play Manchester City on Thursday, if my memory's correct. So, again, they're all games that, of course, I'll be covering, doing watch-alongs on the channel, and I hope you can join us for them. After that, man, I've got to sit down with a calculator, an abacus, and a team of mathematicians to figure out what the fuck is going on with regards to what we need. Will Klopp aim for 101 points, said 19 line 8? I hope so, mate, because I want to break that Manchester City record. I'm not going to lie, I really do. Everton fans will be disappointed. They desperately wanted to end the barren run against us, said Elijah John 5. And they will. And they had the best chance of the game. As I said, I took a very good save from Alisson and a fantastic last-ditch challenge from Joe Gomez to guide that ball onto the post. And then from that corner as well, Everton had a glancing header and then a header at the far post. So, yeah, they had the better chances. We were the better team, I think, over the 90 minutes, but we didn't create very much, and Jordan Pickford had very little to do. Touched one free kick over the bar from Fabinho's free kick. That's all I can really remember Pickford having to do. Yes, win and draw wins Liverpool the league. Even if Liverpool draw and win, either way wins Liverpool the league, said Yasser. Thank you for that, buddy. We need 5 points, either 2 wins or a win and 2 draws, or a City loss and a win. Again, I'm already having hamsters running around my head now, getting confused at all these permutations. We'll figure it out one game at a time, folks. One game at a time. So, what are your shouts for man of the match? Crosby, shout us over man of the match there.
Van Dijk.
Van Dijk for Crosby. I'm going to just go off the first half, and I want to give Naby Keita some positivity. I thought Naby Keita was sensational in the first half. Man of the match shout, though. I mean, Seamus Coleman did put in a good shift for Everton, but I'm fucked if I'm giving an Everton player man of the match. Right, who can we give it to? Hendo. I'll give it to Hendo just because he was everywhere. What have we got? Allison said Pervez. Kieran said Minamino. Param said Keita. Naby for James O'Neill. Henderson man of the match, he never stops, at Justin Merrifield. Coleman said Leon Kahn, who of course would. He's a Manchester United fan. There's no way I'm giving it to Coleman, mate, even though he did put in a good performance. Game and Boy said Keita. VVD said Nasri 4617. Allison for Andrew McGregor. He did make a very important stop. There's no denying that. Gomez, why? For his one tackle? I mean, he only came on second half, so I don't know about that one. Chelsea could win the league for you, said, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name correctly here, or incorrectly, sir. It's Monique, I hope. Yes, Chelsea could. I won't say win the league for us, we'll have done that ourselves, but they could help us without a shadow of a doubt. Keita or Gomez for man of the match at Evan Rules. You can't give man of the match to a fella that only came on the second half, surely. Stefan said, hi Craig, I'm a United fan, how are you today? I'm from Ireland. I'm good, thank you, Stefan. I hope you are as well, and thank you for dropping in, mate, to say hello. Barry's gone for Allison. Hendo or Allison for Keegan Murphy. Coleman 100%. Leon, you're repeating yourself, mate. I get you. I got you the first time when I read it out. Keita played well, said Yasser. Craig Adams said Van Dijk was just so cool. Fabinho broke a lot of Everton play up for us, said Dale Grimes. And Domestic Butler said, the mathematics are really simple. Liverpool will win the league. There's no arguing with that, Carl. There's no arguing with that, pal. Brian Morrissey wants to give it to Naby Keita as well. And look, I'm all for what Brian Morrissey wants to do. My wife's trying to quietly come in the door. Just bait the door open, love. Nobody can see you. Give us Connor Spice bag there, and I'll pass it. Oh, he's getting prawn crackers and all. Come on, will you? Fuck's sake. Look, Connor Crosby gets spice bags in the middle of streams, whereas poor old fat boy has to sit here drinking water.
Thank you.
There you go. Do you know what I mean? Spice bags for Connor, Volvic for Craig. To be fair though, there's only one of them that's filled with volcanicity. Layer through layers of volcanic rock, and it isn't a spice bag. Leeds bottling promotion again. I don't think they'll bottle it, mate. I think they have a bit of a buffer there, but they are probably going to fall and stumble across the line. Was Takumi Minamino any good, said Sotos? He was alright, mate. I won't say he was good, and I definitely won't say he was bad like some people are trying to do at the start. Spice Girls, said Brian Morrissey. Tell me what you want, Brian. What you really, really want. Lover needs to go, said Craig McW. You're not going to get much of an argument from me, mate. I'm not going to lie. Every time Dejan Lover takes to the pitch now, I'm getting more and more nervous. Domestic Butler wants to know, maybe I can stick this one over to Connor to have a little look on social media. Any word on Millie's injury, apart from being a hamstring? Connor's going to check that out for us now. Sam said, love your streams, Craig. They make me happy. Thank you, Sam. I really appreciate it. And look, you guys make me fucking happy as well. Look, one shout out for Hot Mic. I won't bury you guys with it. But look, if you want to join us for the watch along tomorrow, the best place, in my opinion, to join us for it is on Hot Mic. You can download the Hot Mic app in the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. It's a completely free app. It allows you to sync up my match commentary or your favourite broadcaster's match commentary up to your television. Put in the sign-up code Anfield that you can see on the screen there now. And thank you to those that came over to Hot Mic for the game, by the way. Really appreciate the support on there as well.
Somebody shout this out.
What have we got? Go on.
Jurgen Klopp says James Milner won't be involved against Crystal Palace after he felt his hamstring slightly, and Joel Matip left the field with a toe injury. Doesn't say how long.
Right, so just to recap, in case you didn't hear what Connor said, Milner is definitely out of Wednesday's game with a hammy injury, and Joel Matip went off with a toe injury. So that's the latest updates we have on those. Who's playing left back against Zaha? It looks like it's going to be Robertson from what I've read, Dara. It looks like somebody said Klopp said he'd be involved during the week. Hopefully he will. Lols Beep said, hey Craig, this game shows exactly what we're lacking in the squad. A backup left back and a wide forward. Do you know what? That's spot on. That's spot on, mate. I can't argue with you. Not that I want to. But yeah, that is the very thing we're lacking, and it showed up today. Mohamed Salah wasn't available. Takumi Minamino still getting to grips with the Premier League, and it showed, and a backup left back. I can't argue with you, pal. You're pretty much spot on. We need a centre back. Lovren ain't okay, fam, said Sodos. I mean, any excuse for me to get to say fam, I'm all for it. Larouci playing. He wasn't even on the bench today. Neither was Curtis Jones, by the way. I was a little bit surprised not to see Curtis Jones on the bench. God bless you, Craig. You and your family stay safe, said Parviz. You're an absolute gent, sir. Thank you. And we're all good and healthy, mate. And happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Lots of love to each and every one of you. I hope we've all been spoiled rotten today. Craig, are you having a laugh? Salah was class today, said LFC fan 1892. Mate, you need to put down the gin. I don't know, you might be seeing double, treble at this point because, he looked great sitting there. He looked nice and calm and relaxed. Elliot said, Craig, do you think we're overreacting a bit? We've been out for 3 months. 100%, mate. I said that at the very start of the stream. I don't see what all the fuss is about. It's disappointing that we didn't beat Everton in the derby. That's disappointing, but it's kind of understandable after 106 odd days out that we came back and we looked a little bit disjointed. It's not out of the realms of possibilities that can happen, and as each game goes along, we'll get better and we'll peak. And do you know what? I think that with the short turnaround, the end of this season to the start of next season, we'll absolutely fly out of the blocks next season in the Premier League. Yes, Leon, it's Father's Day, mate. It is in the UK and Ireland anyway. I'm not sure whether you're in America, mate, or in different parts of the world, but it's Father's Day, pal. Trust me, I've got the cards to prove it. And the eyebrow trimmer, because look, man does need some eyebrow trimming, let's be honest. What have we got? Justin Merrifield had some big games coming out this week, Craig. Hope you are well. I am tickety-boo, my friend. All the better for being in here with you guys. Right, about 10 minutes left on this post-match reaction. Keep your comments coming in, ladies and gentlemen. Anything that you guys want to talk about, look ahead to the game on Wednesday against Crystal Palace. Again, we're going to be covering Manchester City's game against Burnley tomorrow on our YouTube and Hot Mic account, so I'd love to see you with us for either one of them. Robert Smith said it's 3:35am here. Not sorry I stayed up. Footy and Craig are back. I love that you included me in there, mate. Well done. And completely ignored Mr. Spice Bag over here in the corner. It's Father's Day in the US too, is it? Nice. Well then, happy Father's Day to everybody around the world. Absolutely wonderful. I hope that you've all been spoiled rotten today. Blowjobs all round. Blowjobs for everybody. And yeah, I did say it, Crosby. You heard me right. Did you hear that, love? I've had no drink this month, not until we're crowned champions. Roll on, said Sean Scullion. Spice bags are lovely, said LFC fan 1892. I don't eat them, personally, because I am a pussy.
First one, 3.5 months.
That's class, to be fair. Well done. First one for 3.5 months for Connor. Robert said love Connor too. And he even spelled your name right.
Thank you.
He said thank you. Craig, I thought Minamino played well, said Mark Henley. I think he did okay, Mark. I mean, I wouldn't say he pulled up any trees, but I wouldn't give him the abuse that some people were at the start of the stream. James O'Neill, thank you so much for the super chat, mate. Thanks for doing a great job as always, lads. Yeah, it was fun today. It was fun to be able to do that game with Connor. Obviously, we were 2 meters apart. We measured that out because we want to adhere to social distance and rules. But yeah, it was good to do it. It's just disappointing with the result, but you know, there's plenty more to play for this season. Hashtag blame Connor, said Joanne Fisher. If in doubt, Joanne. So I mean, it is the nice thing to do. Connor, Sipsco wants to know, can you play centre back?
You can try. Better than Lovren in it.
He says he's better than Degsley, and I won't argue against it. Now he's a ringer for Queevy and Kelleher in the outlooks department, so he might be going out on loan next season. Send them over to Redmen on loan. What have we got? Fat Man HD. Great name that. He's retracted his comment. I was going to read it out. Game and Boy said 3-1 to Liverpool at Anfield. Is this on Wednesday, mate? That'll do me. Do I think Gomez can play left back? Said SMS. There's no need to go all caps, mate, and you've spammed the comment twice, so do you know what I mean? Keep it down. Keep it down. No need to shout. Gomez can play anywhere across the back four, but ideally, of course, he's a centre back that plays alongside Virgil van Dijk. He has covered at right back before as well, but it's not his best position. Obviously, when you've got a right footer playing left back, they're forced inside a lot of the time. Having Andy Robertson there, you get the option of cutting inside, but you also get the option of going wide around and whipping that cross in with that beautiful left foot of his, and we missed that opportunity today. James Hardy said, is Salah injured? He must have been right on the verge, buddy, because he was on the bench today. Didn't get on. I think personally that he probably would have got a run out, but then when Matip picked up that injury right at the end, we had to bring on a centre back, and that was the last substitution we could make, even with the 5 substitutions. Gomez started his career as a left back at Liverpool, said Dara, echoing exactly what Connor said to me earlier on, so fair play to both. Justin Merrifield, thank you so much for the super chat, mate. Said it's too early to ask people score predictions for Wednesday. Love the content as well. Keep it up. Or is it too early? Excuse me, Justin, mate. If you want to put in a score prediction, or anybody wants to give a prediction for the game against Crystal Palace on Wednesday, have at it, buddy. I'm happy to read them out. I'm gonna go for the exact same score I did today. I'm gonna go for a 2-0 Liverpool win. I never want us to concede goals, particularly at home. So I'll go for a 2-0 win.
I got 2-1 as well.
Connor's going to go 2-1, was it?
2-0 as well.
Oh, Connor's going 2-0 as well, sorry. Burnley will draw against City, said Liverpool 6 times, mate. I hope so. Oh, that would be great. Look, it would have been lovely if we could have got the job done at Goodison today and set it up for Wednesday. Joanne said Newland Voider. Sorry, Joanne, you're right. Let me get Newland out. Look at him. There he is. He's not overly happy with today's result, Newland, but he's still going to have a little boogie for all the fathers out there. And because we got a few super chats, when we get a super chat or a new member, Newland breaks out for a little boogie. Look at him go there. Go on, son. Go on. He can play centre back as well, by the way. I had a little chat with him in between streams. He can definitely play centre back. Time to go back to bed, Newland. Keep dancing though, mate. I haven't stopped dancing yet. I'm not going to stop singing. Never. Do we still need 2 wins? It depends on the results that Manchester City get, mate, in the next 2 games. So if they drop any points whatsoever, then 1 win will do it for us. But we have to wait and see. They have a game coming up tomorrow, and they have another game coming up on Thursday. The one on Thursday against Chelsea. Is that at Stamford Bridge? It must be, surely, because they've had 2 games at home in a row already.
I'll have a look.
So Crystal Palace 0, Liverpool 9, or Liverpool 9, Crystal Palace 0, said Domestic Butler.
Yeah, it's at Stamford Bridge.
It's at Stamford Bridge, so I don't know, home advantage is out the window a bit because, you know, no fans now. Can Connor sing? Thomas McGee wants to know. Can you sing?
£100 super chat needs the whole screen full of them, but then I'll sing.
He said he needs £100 super chat and then he'll sing. There you go. He sings when he's drunk. He even pretends to play the guitar when he's drunk as well. Palace won't be an easy game. 2-1 to Liverpool, said Oksana. What do you think of Lovren's performance? He didn't put in much of a performance, to be fair. He came on, tried to push with Richarlison, fucking missed, tripped himself up, and then fucked up again. So that pretty much sums up what I think of Dejan Lovren's performance. Right. What else is there? Let's eat Liverpool, said George Floyd. Well, obviously the account is called George Floyd, set up obviously in memory of George Floyd, but I don't know, how do you eat a whole city, mate? I've never tried it. I mean, I look like I have, but I haven't. Can you give me a shout out to Ian Barron? Happy to, Ian, mate. I hope you're well, buddy. Thank you for being in the chat. Again, let's hit that subscribe button, ladies and gentlemen, if you've enjoyed the stream. I'm going to head off now in a few minutes and enjoy the rest of Father's Day. It really has been a pleasure, though, chatting with you all again. Am I worried that you'll bottle it? Fuck you. Am I worried that? How about that? I'm more worried that you learned to fucking spell, mate, than I am worried about us bottling it. You fucking half full caps, half small cap fucking clown. Piss off, mate. Even your name's ridiculous. Fuck off. Lord Lovren, said Zuber. No, mate. Definitely not Lord Lovren. The king of 5G. Fat Man Hates These said, hi Craig, hope that Burnley do us a favour and win against Man City so we can secure it versus Palace. Keep it up, you absolute legend. You are a gent, sir. Thank you. Craig, Ryan Brewster scored 2 goals for Swansea yesterday. You did, mate, and probably should have had a hat-trick as well. 2 first-half goals in Swansea's 3-0 win away against Middlesbrough, which pushed them up to, I think, 7th place in the Championship and in contention for a playoff spot. KJIM said, thoughts on Minamino. Bit of a mixed bag, mate, but he's still working his way into form, into getting used to the system and to the league itself. There's no way Burnley are going to beat City. I know. I don't think they will either. But a draw would do us, mate. A draw would do us. Yeah, Gordon Ramsay. Do you want to put 50 quid where your big fucking mouth is, bitch? We'll bottle it. Will we? Will we, mate? Will we? Fuck off back into insignificance, you fucking... I'm not going to say what I was going to say. Thank God I stopped myself, because that would have been a career ender right there. But yeah, Gordon Ramsay, mate, you can go and suck my nuts, bitch. Zabir, thank you, mate. Right, player ratings for today's match. Oh God, starting 11. Right, let's go through them. Alisson, solid 7, made a good save when he had to. Trent Alexander-Arnold, I'm going to give a 6 to. I think 6. Virgil van Dijk, a good solid 7 as well. Joel Matip, it's hard to mark because he only played, he played a good part of the game, to be fair. I'll give him a 6. He wasn't... He sauntered forward a bit, had a few passes, nothing too dramatic.
All round, really.
It's hard to pick a left back one. I'll give it again a 6.5 for Gomez because he made that really good tackle actually. Going into midfield, I thought Fabinho looked back to his normal self, so I'm going to give Fabinho a 6.5 out of 10. Jordan Henderson a 7 out of 10. Who else have we got in midfield today? Naby Keita, a good solid 7. I thought Naby was very, very good. Across the front, Takumi a 6. Bobby Firmino a 6. I mean, he worked hard, Bobby. You always get that from him, but he kind of flattered to deceive, I think is the phrase I'm looking for. And then Sadio Mane, a 6 again. I mean, as Connor said, it's pretty much solid 6s all round and a few 7s. There's no real standout performers today, I'm afraid.
What about Lovren?
Oh, Lovren, yeah, he gets a minus whatever your calculator goes to. Richarlison gets touched by a feather and went over, held everywhere on his body. Look, Richarlison is just a mouthpiece, and he just wishes he was playing for the biggest club in the country and the biggest club in the city that he's living in as well. But look, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back tomorrow night for Manchester City's game against Burnley. I hope you can join us either on YouTube or on Hot Mic. Please do hit that subscribe button before you head off. Give us a thumbs up as well. It's been a pleasure catching up with you all. We didn't get the result that we'd hoped for today, but it is another point towards lifting that Premier League title. And it could still be won this week, depending on what happens tomorrow. Obviously us on Wednesday, and then Chelsea against Manchester City on Thursday. Again, we will be covering all of those games on Anfield Agenda on both Hot Mic and on YouTube. Thank you to Connor for joining me earlier on. Thank you to you guys for your love and support as always. The trolls, for a little message from me to you, fuck yourself. Hope to see you back here for more B-Tech trolling in the future. Lots of love to your family. Stay safe, and I'll talk to you soon. Up the motherfucking Reds. Love to you all.